What freedom are they fighting for? Just tell us. What have these people taken Nigerians to be? People who will raid, they will rape, they will kidnap, kill, and maim people are now freedom fighters. What freedom exactly? Who has been holding them hostage? All I see is people who are trying to take over a particular period, a particular region. I don't see freedom fighters. Freedom fighters from what? Whose freedom? Who has been denied freedom among them? In fact, they are one of the largest groups that move easily across not only states in Nigeria, but across boundaries, across countries. What freedom is beyond that? People who are non-terrestrial, people who are not limited by any boundary of a state. They move across virtually all countries they wish to, freely, especially in Africa. And then you are telling us these people are freedom fighters. What freedom exactly? I'm really disappointed with some people, honestly speaking.
Nigeria is not Federal Republic of Gumi. You don't represent Muslims. You don't represent the North. You barely even represent common sense. When they were doing the kidnapping, you didn't have any moral outreach. You were silent most of the time. I think you and these terrorists need to just pack yourselves, enter a bus or a lorry, and go and build your own country elsewhere. You can't Kutapi. Just go. Create your own country, make your rules there, enjoy yourself. Nobody will come there to come and stress you. Than Allah, than Annabi. Because here, we're busy trying to stay alive. First of all, what do you mean by they are part of us? Whose family are they? And why do you keep saying us? Because I want to understand, what does us mean? What is the meaning of us? Who is us? You and who? Them and who? Where? How? They're not part of me. They're not part of my family. I don't know them. I will never know them. We need to clarify. Because I am sure that I am not related to these people. I'm not related to them. I don't know about you, but I'm not related to them. Every time Nigeria tries to move forward, this guy just pops up like malaria with a sermon that nobody asked for. Terrorists are around sneezing, and the minute you hear it, you will just rush like one PR manager. You're always worried about their feelings, always worried about, what they're doing, always talking about how, the decisive actions are immoral. You're not a policy maker. You're not the government. Nigeria is not run by clerics with Facebook pages. It is run by elected officials. And let's not forget, their soldiers are actually dying in the field. While you're here, going around, justifying what these people are doing. Rest. Rest. Please. Please. We're begging you. We're begging you, please, just rest. Because you don't speak for the Muslims, as I said. You don't speak for us. You don't speak for the North. Uncle, please. Please. I don't even want to be rude. You speak as if Nigeria belongs to you personally. And maybe we are tenants in your compound. Because newsflash, we are not. We are not. And at this point, I think that the most patriotic thing for you to do is to just stop talking. Please, just stop talking and leave us alone. We are tired. We are tired. Nigeria's security strategy is not your WhatsApp group. Sit this one out. It's like you hate our progress. Please, you hate anytime we are making, you just go like pimple. Every time terrorism is mentioned, like overnight pimples, never with solutions, just to undo all the progress that we have made. Always trying to soften the image of these terrorists and making us look like we're complicit. You're not the conscience of Nigerian Muslims. Nobody elected you. You're not the spokesman. Please. You're not the class prefect. You don't get to frame national security as a religious morality play every time a bomb drops. If you have a real plan, fine. Submit it through the proper channels. If not, please stop freelancing with our national trauma because we are tired. On behalf of everybody, like this is on behalf of everybody from Lagos to Calabar, from Kano to Ekiti to everywhere. There is a difference between raising concerns and constantly inserting yourself into every security matter like one self-appointed referee. Nigerians want peace. We're not looking for endless commentary that sounds like, you're always 1 second away from apologizing for terror. Every time you speak, your contribution seems to blur the line between, condemnation and excuse. The country is bleeding. Soldiers are dying. Communities are literally under siege as we speak. Most Nigerians, we just want it to stop. That's all. We're not asking you for anything. Please, just stop. What you're doing right now is not commentary. It is theater. And the last time I checked, nobody is buying the tickets to watch. If you want a country where you call the shots, go and build one. As I said earlier, pack yourself, enter a lorry, go and build your own country because you have no authority here. Stop acting like your opinion is national strategy. If you have nothing constructive to say, please just go quiet. Or go and sue Saudi Arabia in court so that you can enter for Hajj because you have bigger problems. From where I stand, you have bigger problems. Stop pushing narratives that makes the entire Muslim faith and people from the north look like we're all condoning this thing, like we like it. Like you're spoiling the image. You're making us look like we don't want peace. Like we're enjoying it. If you can't influence the argument, logically, just leave us alone. Because what you're doing now, it just feels like endless repeat of a loop. You're always just saying the same thing in a million different ways. Today you will say it like ABC. Tomorrow you say BCA. Next tomorrow you say CAB. Please. Wallahi tallahi mungaji. Please. Dan Allah dan Annabi ka dalimu. Dan Allah. Dan Allah.
Islam forbid corruption. Islam want the Ummah, that is Islamic community, against anyone who use religion to cover bloodshed. So, if our northern leaders are really good Muslims, why did these people break every Islamic rules of leadership? Among these northern leaders, one name stand out: Sheikh Ahmed Gumi. And today we are going to talk about who Gumi really is. Now, before I proceed, I want to say this. Sheikh Ahmed Gumi, you have walked into the forest many times, but today the forest is looking back at you. Nigerians has watched your pattern. Saudi Arabia has watched your pattern. The world has watched your pattern. You build your influence in silence, but today silent is no longer your shelter. Understand this clearly. No man who legalized terror escape the wrath of truth. Your blueprint is no longer hidden. Your methods are no longer mysterious. Your alliances is no longer invisible. You became the voice of men with guns, but now Nigeria is becoming the voice against your deceit. This message is not a threat. It is a mirror. Look at it very well and see yourself clearly, because we have seen you and your script is finished. From childhood, to me, grow up inside power, not money power, not political power, now ideological power. Ahmad Gumi was born the same day Nigeria got their independence. That was 1st of October 1960 in Kano State. Ahmad Gumi attended Sadwana Memorial College for his secondary school education. Afterward, he gained an admission into Ahmadu Bello University, where he studied medicine. After graduating, Gumi was enlisted into the Nigeria Defense Academy and he served as a medical officer. He attended the rank of a captain before he retired. By then, he had already have a deeper exposure to military structure, their operation, and their strategy. Now, after leaving the army, he traveled to Saudi Arabia. This is where Gumi transformation started from. Gumi got a role into Akura University, where he was exposed to deeper Islamic rules and laws, global Islamic politics, and Islamic ideological power shaping Africa. Now, people don't understand the importance of those things wey Gumi dey exposed to. Saudi Arabia is where you learn how Islamic influence operate on a global level. Now, after the whole study in Saudi Arabia, Gumi returned back to Nigeria. But at that time, he was not just an Islamic preacher anymore. He was now a product of two systems, a military mind plus a religious identity. That combination is rare, dangerous and powerful in the north. Now, after he came back from the Saudi Arabia, he became a teacher in the Nigeria Defense Academy. So, with all this knowledge where Gumi gathered from Saudi and Nigeria Academy, he started doing preaching work. He was doing some daily Tafa program, preaching religion. So, this man started coming on air, start doing some charity work. So, people call they see him as public figure, so he call they gain followers. Now, many of these armed group that is in the forest, the X-Men, the Boko Haram, all those people, they don't listen to this man preaching, to his program. So they always see this man as a father. Now, why is he say many of them, they respect her so much? Because this bandit will never trust a certain politician, a Christian leader, or a military officer. But you see Gumi mirror these people. They can see their self in him. Now, here is where he become more tough. Within the northern Nigeria, there is a quiet, massive competition going on. A competition for religious dominance, political influence, control of armed groups. So, for Gumi, becoming the man that can talk to bandits, make Gumi itself a power structure outside politics, because that will give him influence, relevance, funding, and political leverage. So every time bandits strike again, Gumi become important again. That is why he defends them publicly, because he strengthens his role as a negotiator. Know this, bandits are not just criminals, they are a force, and whosoever influences them owns power. Now, listen carefully. This is the part people don't know about him yet. Gumi has an agenda independently of everyone around him, and his agenda is bigger than bandits, bigger than government, bigger than Nigeria. Gumi is trying to become the ideological godfather of northern bandits, but without openly identifying himself as a jihadist. That is why when Gumi traveled to Saudi to perform the Hajj pilgrimage, despite having a valid visa, he was denied entry. You should ask yourself, why a country that welcomed me before suddenly marked him as red flag? Because Saudi intelligence saw what Nigeria has refused to see. The danger here is not that Gumi speak to bandito. Anyone can talk to anyone. The danger is that Gumi defines them. He creates the language around them. He gives them an identity beyond crime, and that is dangerous, because narrative build legitimacy, and legitimacy build power. I know some of you might be wondering why they never arrest this man, because if Gumi should be exposed, names go come out. The name what we never ever expect for this country, all of them go come out. That is why the government are playing safe. So this is the overview of who Gumi is. Because now, bandits don't they give order, make police arrest politicians. They will not fall to these people trouble, because that is the agenda they want to set to Nigeria. So should not be carried away with these people plan. How we respond will not determine our fate, to know where we belong to, and for bandits to know where they will belong to.
It is high time Nigerians begins to know what their Sheikh Abubakar Gumi are doing behind the scene. Here in this video, I'm going to play the caption of the video of Sheikh Abubakar Gumi, where he is saying that if Nigerian government want peace, they should negotiate with the Fulani bandit kidnappers the way they negotiate with the people of the Niger Delta. That if Nigerian government are talking about terrorists, that the real terrorists are the people of the Niger Delta. And he don't want to mention names. But where are the likes of Asari Dokubo whenever they want to talk about the northern Nigeria, or they talking about the insecurity? They don't want to go direct rather than doing corner because they are aspiring for any political ambition and they think they do not have the numbers. That is why they are doing that kwana. My question here is, why can't Sheikh Abubakar Gumi come out publicly and say, I'm the leader of these bandits and kidnapper? Let Nigerian government negotiate with them the way they negotiate with the indigenous people of Niger Delta. You know, they say when the two elephants are fighting, the grass suffers the more. It's the poor masses in the northern Nigeria, irrespective of religion affiliation, that are suffering it. For cry out loud, these bandits are affecting Muslims and Christians in the northern part of Nigeria. These terrorists are threat to both sides of the religion. It is high time we confront these people with truth. That's just the honest truth, because there is nowhere you will tell us that the federal government should negotiate with the bandit and the kidnappers the way they negotiate with the indigenous people of Niger Delta. When we check the conditions that lead to that negotiation, agriculture is the primary source of income, while in the other side, the people of Niger Delta, their water is being contaminated and most of them are fishermen. Secondly, agriculture, they can't farm. So there is need to negotiate with them. If Nigerian government should negotiate with the Fulani bandit, what should they negotiate on? That's my question. So it is high time the likes of Sheikh Abubakar Gumi and Wandel Hatu, let them come out publicly that we are the leaders of this movement. Let us know whether it is a movement or it's a terrorism act. Because with all indication, these are a group of people who launch attack on armless Nigerian civilians, unalive them, set their property ablaze. There is no how you can claim that such people are freedom fighters. So if they are freedom fighters and you guys are the leader, then come out publicly and tell Nigerian government, as the leader of this movement, let Nigerian government should negotiate with them the way they negotiate with the indigenous people of Niger Delta. At that time, the people of Niger Delta bring out their ambition, set out their goals. So why is it that in the northern part of Nigeria is always a random elders or random elites that are coming out to alliance or to set out their ambition? It's high time you guys stop playing this game with us. Because if two elephants are fighting, the grass suffers it more. Thank you.
You see this Gumi statement. It's very annoying, irritating, and disrespectful, especially to those who have been victims of Fulani herdsmen. You are telling us that they are going nowhere. We should learn to live with terrorists. We should learn to live with those who kill our people, who buy our people. We should learn to live with those who destroy our farms that people worked hard on to plant their crops. And these animals in human forms will go to the farms with their animals and destroy people's crops. You are telling us to live with them. No, we will not. We will not live with them, Gumi. And what can you do? What can you do? We will not. Someone really needs to tell Gumi that we are in the 21st century. Open grazing should not be allowed in Nigeria any longer. Of course, I forgot, you are a Fulani. Fulani hates development. They hate advancement. They want to be stuck in the ancient days of doing things. They want to live like Afghanistan. Yes, I forgot that you are a Fulani. You hate development. You hate advancement. You hate improvement. You hate education. You hate anything good. So therefore, open grazing has become a norm to many of you. We live in the 21st century. Open grazing should never be a norm to Nigerians. And to my southern people, it's about time we start doing grazing. We should graze our own cows. Yes, we should graze our own cows. We should have our own farms where we graze cows. So the Fulanis will have no excuses to come to our region to terrorize us. If we have farms where we graze cows, people will come to you and buy from you. We should adapt this trading and to do away with the Fulanis from coming to our regions with their cows in our bushes. We shouldn't allow them. Gumi, you should know that we are in the 21st century. I don't know why the Fulanis, they hate advancement. I don't know why you guys don't like development. Oh, I forgot, you don't educate your people. Yes, you don't give them education. That's why the whole region there is full of people roaming around the streets because you refuse to educate them, you refuse to advance, you refuse to move forward, and you want to drag Nigerians along, and we refuse to be dragged. If you want to do open grazing, do it in your region, the up north. If you want to do anything that is contrary to what we believe in, do it up there. You can't force us to live with your Fulani headsmen who has become terrorists in Nigeria. We refuse to live with them, and you can do nothing about it. My people, Southerners, about time we do our own grazing. Those who want to go into this business, look for ways to delve into this business and prevent the Fulanis from coming to our regions with their cows. They are not the only one that know this business. We can go into it and master the craft of grazing cows. So I thought to share this with you guys. God bless.
Good day to our viewers all over the world, and welcome back to Local Journal. This man Sheikh Gumi is becoming a thorn on the flesh of Nigerians, and it seems like nobody has the mind or has the balls to put him in his place. Nobody has the balls to arrest him. The federal government doesn't have the balls to call him to order, and it's high time Nigerians start using their platforms and their voices to drag down this man, because if this man's enterprise is allowed to continue, it's going to give rise to terror, and it's going to encourage terrorism, because he's advocating for terror groups. He's advocating for these guys and advocating for amnesty for them. What amnesty is even advocating for them? Why should they be given amnesty? What have they done? Who is against them? They are the ones destroying people. They are the ones maiming and unaliving people, and you are expecting the Nigerian government to give them amnesty to encourage other groups to spring up and say and demand amnesty tomorrow, or what? The Nigerian Delta you are likening these guys to were not criminals or are not criminals. These guys are people whose land is being destroyed, and whose source of livelihood is being destroyed, and they have every right to demand for amnesty, because their land were being spilled. Oil spillage their lands were being overrun by oil spillage, and of course they don't have any means of survival aside this again. And of course they had a very genuine reason to ask for amnesty, but you are asking people who have nobody is holding them to ransom, nobody is against them, they are the ones causing problem in the country. You're asking for ransom. That means you need to have your head checked. You need to have a checkup for your mental state, because I don't understand the amnesty you're trying to advocate for these people. Nigeria has to be fast in putting this man to his place, because if not, this man is going to be a very big problem, a bigger problem even than the one we are facing. This is my opinion. Drop what you think about this in the comment section. And if today is your first time to visit our channel, please kindly like, share and subscribe to our channel.